What's up? What's up? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Pimp C, man. Long live Pimp C. Born today, same month, and died earlier this month, this year, whatever. But I want to celebrate the legendary aka Chad Butler, aka Sweet James Jones. Long live the pimp. Now, what people got to understand, man, for those of y'all that don't know about, uh, Pimp C, man, uh, he was born Chad Matthew Lamont Butler, born in 1973 in Port Arthur, Texas. He's from the original group UGK that featured Bun B, and they were originally with Jive Records. One of the at that time was one of the more successful rap labels. Okay, now me myself, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I didn't start listening to UGK until I first got to high school. You know what I'm saying? And that was like in the mid part of the '90s. But their first record, actually, their major label album was too hard to swallow. You know what I'm saying? But some of y'all might know, if you really listen to UGK like that, you might be familiar with Riding Dirty. Okay, and that's when I really started to listen to them. Because that was just, to me, their best album, and it actually charted the Billboard 200 during that time. Then, of course, this was a controversial song in Big Pimpin' with Jay-Z, and the reason why it was controversial was it was within the group. It had nothing to do with what people thought about the song or anything like that. But Pimp C said that he did not want to go mainstream. He wanted to keep everything underground. He wanted to keep their name like how it was. You know what I'm saying? Which is, that's what UGK stands for, is Underground King. Now, I know that this video is about, Pimp C and everything, but I'm just trying to give like a little, backstory for some of y'all that don't know about Pimp C. Now, he was originally from Louisiana, but he was raised in Port Arthur, and he was the only child. And listen, a lot of y'all, let me stop it right there, okay? See, what y'all don't realize about Pimp C, and some of y'all probably are going to trip out about this, is that Pimp C, like myself, was a miracle baby. He was born prematurely. I was a miracle baby. I wasn't even breathing when I came out. So to find that out about Pimp C, you know what I'm saying? It made me more intrigued about him. Now, the thing that you have to realize about UGK, when it comes to Bun B and Pimp C, the best way that I can really describe them to, if you really didn't listen to them, but you just kind of caught glimpses of them, you know what I'm saying, but really wasn't a fan. Bum B brought the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? He was pretty good with the lyrics and everything. But when it came to the swag, the overall drip and style, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? It was Pimp C all day. A lot of guys during that time they wanted to be like Pimp C, and people can sit up here and act like they didn't bite from Pimp C or they didn't take from Pimp C. I don't care where it was from northeast, west, south, wherever. They took from UGK. Like they bit a lot from Pimp C. Uh, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to stray away too much from the subject. Now he he had numerous of health issues. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't notice he had a he had poor eyesight, and he nearly went blind because he had pink eye, and he suffered from pneumonia. Like it was several times when he was just a child. So what I'm saying, he had already had numerous health issues when he came in. Now this is another thing that I don't think a lot of people really understood about Pimp C, and I find it intriguing when I hear stuff like this, and it made me more drawn into this guy could play numerous instruments. Okay, he was just like Flavor Flav. A lot of people don't understand. Flavor Flav is, of course, from Flavor of Love, but he was from the group Public Enemy. Okay, he played numerous instruments. He played the piano, he played the trumpet, he played the drums, and he also played the French horn. A lot of people don't really understand that. And see, you might look at that, and some people might be like, "What?" And but see, what that really shows is that you have a good ear for music. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he was actually influenced. Like people always, that's why I laugh at some of these guys that trip out, about, oh man, well he's from the South. He don't know nothing about the East Coast and all this other stuff. He was actually influenced by Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? And see, what you don't know is that they listen to more East Coast rap more than anything else. As a matter of fact, Bun B, he was more like he made an album strictly just going based off the lyrics, the lyrical style, I should say, of like East Coast sound in one of his hip hop albums, because he had linked up with DJ Premier. And for those of y'all that don't know who DJ Premier is, DJ Premier, it was with the famous group Gangstar. You know what I'm saying? With him, uh, sorry about that, y'all. With him and Guru. Um, you know, so I trip out when some of these people they they always just put it in just they think that the groups like UGK and Outkast and guys like that come from the South, they're just one dimensional, when actually they listen to a whole bunch of music, a lot of genre stuff like that. Even I think about CeeLo Green. He played multiple instruments. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, he was able to harmonize. He's able to produce. He's able to write. He's able to do a whole lot of things, and that's sort of what Pimp C was able to do. A lot of people don't understand that Pimp C, he used to sing in the choir. You know what I'm saying? And he like I said, he did play multiple instruments. Uh, you know, so that's what became his calling, so to speak. Now, a lot of people think that you know Pimp C and Bun B were were cool, like they were friends, but they were not friends. As a matter of fact, they really didn't they really couldn't stand each other. You know what I'm saying? And they eventually were able to become friends. You know what I'm saying? Because they shared the same liking for music. Okay. Uh, you know, now I know a lot of people they want to talk about why he was in jail and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, the reason why he ended up going to jail or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because he got arrested. For allegedly grabbing a woman and threatening to shoot her. You know what I'm saying? After a confrontation in a store. You know what I'm saying? And you know he pretty much had pulled a gun out, and then uh, he tried to get out of the mall, and of course that's when essentially he ended up getting arrested, and then he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, um, he if he didn't have that much money, he would have been able to bond out, especially here in Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, man. That ain't no joke right there, and you'll be in jail for a long ass time. But he was able to get out. Get out. He pleaded no contest. You know what I'm saying? 2001, and then he was sent. He was sent back because he had some issues with his probation. He didn't do his community service, and he popped he popped dirty twice or whatnot. And then in 2002, that's when he was sentenced to 8 years uh, in prison or whatever. And so that's why, like, a lot of y'all, if you listen to a lot of like Slim Thug, or you listen to Bun B, or you listen to everybody, right? What's up with it, Tyrone Church? I see you in the building. If you listen to a lot of that music during that time, especially like in the early 2000s, that's all you heard was Free Pimp C, Free Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? They were urging him, to get out, but they wanted him. They wanted to listen. Pimp C knew a lot what was going on in the hip hop industry. He saw a lot, and he wasn't dumb by any stretch. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about an intelligent guy. You know what I'm saying? That pretty much he was very business savvy as well. He was Bun B would tell you that he was the brains behind a lot of what went on in terms of the group with UGK. You know what I'm saying? So you know, a lot of people got to understand that this guy not only was music, man. He was more of a mentor. He was a mentor to a lot of people, man. A lot of people. You know, he was mentor. He was mentors to Boosie and Webby, guys like that. But you know, there has been speculation about his death. You know what I'm saying? In 2007, me myself personally, I think it was something else. But because this is YouTube and everything, I'm just gonna keep it, PG-13. But I don't think it was what they're saying, which they said that he died unfortunately because of a drug overdose, which was a concoction of codeine or lean, and some, and they also said that there was some other drugs involved, and they said that it was because of his pre-existing condition of sleep apnea. But my thing is this, man, like there was other stuff involved, and see, I find it funny because he made a song, man. Not only did he made a, not only did he made a song. Yeah, Tyrone Church. If you're from Texas, everybody knows this. That's bullshit. But I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna keep it PG-13, Tyrone, because I know that it's a lot of people listening. And I'm gonna keep it short and tight. But there were two things that I felt like you know possibly could have poured gasoline on the fire, so to speak. It was an interview that he did, and he pretty much was speaking his speaking his 2 cents, and giving really a detailed knowledge of what was taking place in the hip hop industry. You know what I'm saying? And he felt strongly about it and called a lot of people out on it. And then there was a song, it was called Knocking Those Down. You know what I'm saying? And which he was pretty much talking about all the beefing that was going on between Houston rappers and rivals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And in the South or whatever, especially when you consider T.I. and you consider uh, Little Flip, because he had love for pretty much everybody. Matter of fact, he did a song with Ti and everything, and he did a lot of songs with Ti. Matter of fact, and he pretty much had called out the record labels and you know other people that were trying to get involved in people business, pretty much trying to tear these guys apart, and it was facts. A lot of these record labels and stuff like that, they wanted to create something that wasn't there. They were even trying to create beef between Bun B and Pimp C at one time. A lot of people don't really understand that, but they were. But you know, they didn't see eye to eye on everything. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they were brothers. You know what I'm saying? And even his wife will tell you that. So and see, this is another thing too. A lot of people really feel like, that Bun B, it was kind of like he was waiting for Pimp C to go or something like that. That's not true, man. That's not true, because I'm gonna be real with you, man. Without Pimp C, man, it felt kind of dry after a while. And look, I like, out of the two, I like Bun B a little bit better, but Pimp C was my guy. You know what I'm saying? He was my guy, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Because he just had something about that swag. Especially, and one of my favorite songs of all time is "I'm Coming Up." You know what I'm saying? Just Google it. You know, Google it. There wasn't no um other mainstream song. It was "I'm Coming." That was like my favorite, one of my favorite songs. It gets you hyped up. You know what I'm saying? To me, it gets me amped up. But you know, Pimp C will forever be remembered, man. A lot of people they took his ad libs, of course. You know, he was a pioneer in the South. You know, a lot of people don't understand who he influenced. He influenced guys like David Banner, Jazzy Faye. You know what I'm saying? Who you think Jazzy Faye? If you look at Jazzy Faye, so incredible. You know, you know, a lot of these guys, man, they they paid homage to Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? What you see in hip hop, you know, a lot of these. If you go on, like you could go anywhere, West Coast, East Coast, it don't matter. They know who Pimp C is because he was just a real. He was a real guy, man. You know, he was a real guy. He kept it 100 all the time. You know what I'm saying? And he stood on his principle, and that's who he was. You know, and so I gotta pay homage to the late great Pimp C, gone too soon. Today he would have been 48 years old. Long live Chad Butler, man. Um, Rest in peace, man. Gone but never forgotten, man. A hip hop icon, man. And so, if y'all get a chance, man, you know, drop a comment, man. Let me know some of your memories that you might have of Pimp C. If you're not gonna, you know, leave a comment, man. You can like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications too. And until then, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Uh, yeah, no doubt. Tyrone Church, I appreciate you pulling up as well as you, Big Who and Tank. Till then, man, Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment, man. UGK for life. I'll holler at y'all.